everyone, and thank you so much for joining us here for Charcuterie Conversations with the Board Squad. My name is Rhonda Richard Smith, and I am joined by my lovely co-hosts, Summer Newman, Delise James, and Nicola Horton-Glover. So nice to see all of you. We're so excited to have you. We're really excited about this topic. We're going to be delving into the world of podcast bros. Ooh. I know. It's a very meaty topic. So we're gonna get into it. But before we do,
no pun intended,
let's talk about this beautiful, like tropical looking board with all the lovely fruit. Can we talk about what's on the board?
Not meaty.
It looks
not meaty.
The opposite of
it
meaty.
looks refreshing.
So as we were getting into this subject, I was thinking, just a board that just speaks of loving on ourselves. So I went with all fruit, all natural. We have pineapple, blueberries, blackberries.
Those blackberries look so good.
I mean, I was like eating as I was like, okay, listen.
I'm a blackberry girl. I love
Raspberries, we have strawberries. Did I say pineapple? Oranges, some Chobani Greek yogurt with a little drizzle of honey.
Ooh, I see the honey.
Yeah.
Yum.
I mean, this was like grapes, the green grapes and the green apples. Just add a little color, and I love a sour apple. So
love.
for dipping in the yogurt.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
And of course the edible flowers.
Beautiful.
Oh, pretty.
Oh yeah, they are edible.
Oh,
Beautiful.
We're gonna eat them.
We can get our num on.
Okay, today's topic. We've talked about this extensively.
The chat has been lit.
Blowing up.
Chat's on fire.
Chat is on fire.
Over this topic of podcast bros. So this is kind of a phenomenon that's been growing in popularity. I'd say probably over the last, couple of years, maybe 4 or 5 years, where there are our, I guess, podcast colleagues, we would call them, other people
colleagues,
in the space, that are gentlemen that have their podcasts. They're very opinionated, especially when it comes to women. We're gonna delve a little bit more into detail. Black women in particular. It's interesting because a lot of the narratives that come out of this podcast bro phenomenon are dated. However, what I noticed in doing my research is that they're very popular with young men. Very popular. Why do you think that's the case for younger men, that they would be so interested and invested in some of these kind of archaic ideas and beliefs around women?
The patriarchy. And they are really, though, think about like trad wives. That's a new trend where like women are like on social media cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids and being pregnant and barefoot. And I think that idea, that 50s, antiquated mentality is very, popular with the young set. They really like it. They like the idea of, you being barefoot and pregnant and them being the man of the house. And I feel like that's an issue.
Maybe I'm too old. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just do not.
I
don't know why they're into this. This is shenanigans.
It actually makes sense that they're into it.
Yeah.
How so?
Because think about it. Wouldn't it be ideal for us if we had somebody who handled all the things for us while we just went out and made the money?
No.
Yes. Really? Oh,
I'm
no.
just joking.
Let me tell you. For you, I'm looking for a wife. You hear me?
No, I feel that.
I want a wife like me.
Yeah.
Because
Oh
I
my
want somebody who's going to take care of all the things.
Yeah, true story.
And I can just live my life and do the things I want to do. Not necessarily all the things that need to be done.
But what about like the rating system, like how they're rating women? But that is a thing. Like
the rating system is very popular for a lot of these podcasts, and they'll name certain women celebrities or other people in certain areas.
Which is crazy.
I saw something recently about Atlanta specifically and the quality of
Yes,
women.
they said there were no baddies
In
Atlanta.
No.
Which
there were two
wrong.
Yes, they were on.
Tell.
They were on a podcast with these two baddies
Yes.
And to their face, these bros told these women to their face that there were no baddies in Atlanta.
And they had to recover, I think, by saying, "Oh, I'm not actually from."
But it's so disturbing.
It's
like
disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful. I mean, I'm sorry. Like it's so, and they're like, it's like they're trying to make themselves feel better.
I mean, but who are they judging in the age of Photoshop, AI, and who knows what you look like behind closed doors? You like rating, like what are we rating? Are you rating like what they look like without the things?
They are.
The bells and whistles?
They are.
So barefaced, down
Barefaced.
the
That's the thing.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. They're like, with
Who's
your makeup,
outside?
you're an 8. Without your makeup, you're a 5. Get out of my face.
But that's
That
something
is
that's
so rude.
But that's something that's not just popular with the podcasts, but there are men, right, in real life, real time, that are rating women, giving them a certain number, some kind of a hierarchy, where they place women based on their opinion, which I'm like, I don't know why we care.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about that? Do you guys rate men? I mean, that's just not something that would ever occur to me, would be to assign a number. But be honest, Summer. Be honest.
I was going to jump in and say no, but there was some laughter to my right.
We have to be honest.
Listen, in the beginning, I had a whole list.
You did have a list.
Really? With numbers attached?
It wasn't so much a number system, but it was definitely a number system.
It was a ranking.
Like you,
it was a long list.
Really?
Like a scroll.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, Summer.
I mean, I did. I had some of the things on the list were ridiculous. I can say that now.
Like, give us an example.
Oh, no.
Do it.
I'm going to share the one I can.
Share it.
So, short sleeves, like if it's a long sleeve shirt.
Oh, girl.
I know.
You can't share
that was
that
on your
one. You
list?
gotta share that one.
No way.
Was that on your husband list?
It was on the husband list. So like to me, it said something about like the quality of the person. It's like either they're not established enough. They got this shirt that's a long sleeve shirt, and it's like not quite meeting the.
I'm done.
And
what if they don't know how to do laundry? Like they're struggling
Listen,
with the
I
dryer.
I admit
We
it
already
was
know them.
ridiculous, but I'm telling you, it was on the list.
Okay.
That's not the one I thought you were going to
But
share.
that's a list of things that you're looking for. I also think that's a little different than like we see someone on the corner and it's like, that guy is a 6 because he's only 5'2", or like whatever random metric you would have for yourself.
That I didn't have.
I mean, I don't.
You didn't?
I don't
have a
think
number
we
system.
do that. I mean, I don't know if there are women out there who do, but I don't know anybody in my circle who does that. You know, we really look at things like confidence, like it's more specific traits versus like equating that to a number. And what I didn't know prior to this, I mean, I knew men were very visual, but when you read and listen to some of these podcasts and blogs, they're very focused on how we look. Like it's above like your personality or your character
Nothing to do with your
traits.
personality.
But like, I don't understand why you would want someone who has a face card that's a 9 and their character is a 3.
Right.
Like, that's wild. You want to have children with this person? You want this person to raise your kids when their character is poor?
Well, and I think you sell
What are we
yourself
talking
short.
about?
You sell
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah, for
short
sure.
when you do that, especially when you're talking about like actually partnering with someone,
Yes.
having
Spending
a
your
long
life
In a
with
term.
them.
long term-
Yes,
But do
it's
you-
shallow. It's shallow,
Do
and
you
it doesn't
think
benefit you in the long
That
run.
since men can be very visual, that they have like a built-in internal number system anyway, like some like in terms of
Yes.
attractiveness.
I do. I think some of them are going to be more honest and vocal about it and be like, hey, like, this is how I feel, like 5, 6. And I feel like some men just are going to be more, reserved. But I do think that because they are visual species, like that is a thing that they do.
I think my husband had a number system.
Really? Yeah.
Yes,
Because why do you think that?
because he told me.
So it's actually true.
Well,
it's,
then
it's
that would
confirmed.
be
I mean,
But his-
join the club.
Yes.
His was
Join the
not
club.
like a so much of a physical thing. There were other things on it, like
Okay.
faith and
Okay.
character, and even how he thought I might age.
Oh, they think about that.
They think
So
about
they're
that.
looking at family members.
Yeah,
they're
looking at
trying
your
to
mom.
predict.
They always
Yeah.
looking at your
Yeah.
mama.
Actually,
Yep.
They are always
Yep.
looking at your
What
mama.
a mama
believe
look like.
that.
right.
No,
What does
I-
my future hold?
No,
Right.
I think that's right.
But do we think there's a difference though in a rating system and saying what you're attracted to and what you're not attracted to? Because I think those are two different
Yes, I agree. I
things,
think
right?
they're different.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing if you say, you know, these are the qualities that I'm looking for. This is maybe kind of like who I visualize myself with, or this is the kind of
Right.
lifestyle that I'd want to live.
Yeah.
And it's another thing, my opinion only, to assign a number to
Yes.
someone.
It's very
so
dehumanizing.
specific, it's dehumanizing. You're setting up like a separate system almost, like a hierarchical
Yeah.
system based on your own opinion. And again, going back to my earlier point, I'm just not sure I understand why as women we should care. A lot of women call into these
Yeah.
podcasts, they're asking for advice. And in some cases, they're asking to
For
be
the
rated.
number,
Yes, they
which
want
is-
to know their number. But my question is, why should I care about the number you assign to me?
You should not care.
should
It is.
not.
It's incredibly subjective,
For sure.
right? Like there are men out there. You listen to some of them, and they're like, "You need to be, you know, if you're 5'8", you need to weigh 140 pounds and still be curvaceous." How is that possible? Shut up. Get off my phone. Cut it out. You know,
Men
like,
don't know a lot about
it's
weight
subjective.
distribution.
They don't.
anyway.
And that's the other thing. They don't even know
they
what
don't
they're asking
know.
for.
And then there's some men who want thin women. There's some men who want thick women. So how can you try to like box us all into this 1950s weight and height category that is no longer relevant today for multiple reasons? They don't ever talk. They talk about the ideal weight, but they don't talk about why we're heavier today than we were in the 50s. So that part is incredibly frustrating.
Well, and if you believe in that, then you have to believe, for the most part, when you find somebody that you're settling. Because, like, if your rating system is so skewed and so out of place, then you're never going to have a realistic understanding of what you have.
1,000%.
And then you're going to not appreciate what you have.
And then are we now like back on the, I mean, this is going to cause a lot of dissension probably, but
You're
are we
saying
back
it.
on the slavery block?
I
Where
mean,
we're like,
it
oh,
does
how
feel
your
like
teeth?
that.
How's your hair? Is she got a strong back? Does she have a, what are we doing? This feels like really like rooted in trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they say we need therapy, nah, everybody needs therapy. So I want all of these men also to look in the mirror and say, you know what? I need to get some help too.
But will they?
So that's the thing. Like some of the rating systems, it's like my husband's rating when he talked about it, it wasn't rooted in mostly looks.
Right.
It was built around character, things he saw in his parent and his mom, and the women around him that he
Right.
felt, you know, would make a good wife for him.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these other, you know, podcasts,
Yeah.
they seem rooted in. It just seems really nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Rooted misogyny. It feels like
Misogynist,
it's
yes.
misogyny.
They don't like women. That's how it feels.
And it feels
Like, you don't
very
like us.
hateful,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and specifically towards Black women,
Mm-hmm.
very hateful.
Yeah. Agreed.
And even though people are laughing and joking, I forget the one I watched where they were laughing and joking, like, "Oh, who do you date Black women? Oh, have you dated white women? Who do you like better?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, you like insinuating the white ones are better, and let me tell you why the Black ones aren't that great." And I felt like that was pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And how dare, and to me, a slap in the face.
Yeah.
Speaking directly to the comment of Black women being the most disrespected.
100%.
Yeah.
And here you are watching two men, Black men,
Men of color, yep.
Mm-hmm.
listen to a white man,
Mhm.
or whatever he is, I don't know if he's white, laugh and joke, and they laugh and joke with him. How
Yep.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Yep.
How disgusting.
Do you think resentment plays a role,
I think ignorance.
specifically with regard to Black women? Is there
yes.
some sense of resentment given where we are financially when you look at, college and university enrollment,
education.
that, things of that nature?
think it's
Is there any
trauma.
resentment? Okay.
Trauma and likely resentment
Yeah.
and ignorance.
I think it's misdirected.
It is
resentment,
misdirected.
because we are not the problem. You got to look at society, the
Yes.
government, all of the systems that have been set up
Yes.
that are attacking you. We're still trying to support you and hold you down in spite of being called a number or this aggressive, all of the things that you're calling us. We're still trying to hold it down.
And also, like, what is the root of you feeling like you have the authority to tell us what our rating is? Like, is it because you feel we are the only ones lower than you, and so that's why you feel like you have the ability and
It gives you power.
and the power to be able to do that, because the only person you can do that to is us. It feels really
It feels shitty.
It's very
It feels
hurtful.
really
It
bad.
is.
And
It
they
is.
It's very
and they
hurtful.
know
It is.
that it's hurtful, but they try to justify it by
Saying
saying
they're
it's
helping.
logical.
Yeah.
And you need to work on your weight and you need to work on your looks.
Yes.
And then you need to be more realistic about the partners that you want in your life, because you're only a 5. So why are you trying to go for a 10?
Yeah.
Or as we hear, the high value man. What is a high value man?
But then we have to ask ourselves, like, why are the women so invested? Like, why did they call into
Why
these
do they
shows?
love
Why do they
Because
of the
patronize these people?
insecurities.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard.
And I think there are a lot of insecure men out there too, to your point, Nicola, about wanting to have power and control. And even when you look at relationships, whether it's a romantic relationship or even a friendship, sometimes people enter into those relationships in hopes that they can get control
Yes.
over someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
To give them a better sense of self or to boost their ego in some way. And so I really think it's important, whether it's friendship or even a romantic relationship, to have these conversations on the front end. If you want to partner with someone, why do you want to get married? Why do you want to be together?
Yeah.
And being really honest about that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this really is rooted in misogyny,
Mm-hmm.
trauma, which we spoke about,
Mhm.
and also self-esteem issues. I think
Oh my
there are
gosh,
a lot of
yes.
men that have some self-esteem.
They don't want to admit it
issues.
though.
No.
Oh no.
It's
no,
like
No,
they
they
don't.
just
the
point out all of
taboo-
our
it's the
100%.
taboo
Oh, no.
word.
And I'll tell you firsthand, they don't want to hear advice from women for the most part, typically. But it's interesting,
Right.
again, that women continue to kind of seek this validation. They want to know what they're being rated. They want tips and advice
Yeah.
from men. And the reverse is typically not true. The reverse is not true,
No, that's
No.
true.
you know?
No.
So what do we do? Where do we go from here? What would be your message, especially to young women who maybe don't have the strongest sense of self and they're trying to find their way? Maybe they're just starting to navigate relationships and some of these conversations are coming up. Do you guys have any parting words that you would want to share to young women?
Yeah.
Considering this is growing with younger men, this is the trend. So they may see and hear more about this than even we do.
I mean, don't feed yourself that kind of negativity. My first advice would be don't watch it.
Block it out.
When someone's trying to bring it up in conversation. No, thank you. You know, we are what we constantly surround ourselves with.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're constantly absorbing this negative, misguided, unfortunate kind of mindset, eventually it starts to take its toll.
Right.
And anyone who's, I think that, you know, when you're healthy, not perfect, healthy, going along your journey of life, trying to figure out who you are, and you're growing and you're getting yourself together, you're not going to always be beautiful. You're not all the time. Some days you're going to walk out and it's going to be like, I hope nobody sees me today.
Right. I don't have it together today.
And I think that it's important, you know, because in those moments, hearing those comments constantly in the back of your head can really mess with your mindset.
For sure.
Yeah, your self-esteem.
And don't do it. Don't allow yourself to be around it. Stop going on these shows and asking questions. You know, you should not have to hear someone else's opinion about you to like and love yourself. It should not be depending on this person's this and that what that person has to say. I don't care what you got to say. I don't care what you got to say.
Yeah, they have to really do a deeper dive
Yeah.
into, I mean, we keep saying therapy, right? But even like beyond that, because sometimes that's a big hurdle for people.
Yeah.
Start reading personal growth books.
Yeah.
You know, work on your self-esteem, work on your belief in yourself. You've got to raise your belief in yourself and what you bring to the table. And if you're dating someone who is rating you, then you need to stop dating that person
100%.
Yeah.
because that is a huge red flag.
Yeah.
Huge.
And will never stop for the rest of your life. So
Right.
Yeah.
I would definitely say that, you know, a person that you're with should make you feel like you are, if you're a woman, the queen of the earth. And if they're not holding that standard, you should leave. You should know that you are valuable enough, that your person is out there, your person that will value you is out there, and it means that you should leave because things only get more difficult as you add to your life's weight.
Preach.
Children, mortgage, all kinds of family issues. When you enter a life with this person, if it starts off like this, it doesn't get better.
It's true.
I love that.
It's true.
Something I always say is it's really important to know who you are for yourself because this world will try to tell you who you are.
Yes.
And so it'll pull you in all kinds of different directions. So it's really important to be centered, get to know yourself, love yourself, and validate yourself more than anything. Don't depend on others to do it, but really do everything that you can to do it for yourself. Thank you so much for joining us today. We had an incredible conversation. Please be sure to follow us across all social media platforms at The Board Squad. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. We hope to see you next time. Take care.